Hi Archers! Today we'll be looking at data collected by a Reddit user who has farmed over 1,500 items to determine how often a certain item drops. We have every single item and their drop rate percentages. In this video, we'll be going through every item category and see what drops the most and what drops the least. My name is Teeds. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and click the bell for more ARCHERO videos. A disclaimer, this is not my data. All the data in this video was collected by Reddit user TK the Kid. I've asked TK the Kid to use this data and he has agreed. You can find his original post linked in the description box below and the comments. TK the Kid would like to note that these drop rates are mostly from Chapter 3 Hero Mode, but some of them are from Normal Mode Chapter 10 and 6 and Hero Mode Chapter 6. I have not yet recorded the runs for Chapter 3 and 6 Hero Mode. I am in the process of that with my Discord community. However, I have heard good things about these two chapters, so I'm excited to see the results and will make a video about the Hero Mode farming runs in the future. Let's go through each drop rate by category out of a total of 1,770 item drops over the course of 6 weeks. These are TK the Kid's results. Let's go through the weapons first. Brave Bow has the highest drop rate at 5%. In second place is Scythe with 4.8%. Third is Staff with 4.6%. Fourth is Sawblade with 4.4%. Fifth is Tornado with 3.7%. And the lowest weapon drop rate is the Spear with a drastic percentage drop at 1.6%. The good news is that the Brave Bow, Scythe, and Staff are 3 of the top viable weapons in the game. The bad news is that the Spear is also one of the best weapons in the game in terms of viability. However, the drop rate for the Spear here is drastically low. In general though, apart from the Spear, the drop rate percentages are not super different across all other weapons. Next, we have Armour. Void Robe has the highest drop rate with 5.1%, Golden Chestplate is in second place with 4.7%, Phantom Cloak is in third place with 4.5%, and in last place with the lowest drop rate is the Vest of Dexterity with 4.1%. Overall, the differences between each armor is not huge. In my personal opinion, Vest of Dexterity is the best armor, but it does have the lowest drop rate here in the game. Phantom Cloak, in my opinion, is the second best armor in the game, and this one is the second lowest. But again, the drop rates aren't too much of a difference. Next, we have the Spellbooks. Spellbooks is currently the newest items added into the game. Enlightenment and Art of Combat are 2 of the strongest spellbooks and the most viable. However, a lot of players have been reporting that Enlightenment drop rates are very low, and I personally agree. Of course, we can't just always go by feeling, so let's find out from the data pool. In first place with the highest drop rate is Arcane Archer with a 1.4% drop rate. In second place is Art of Combat with 1.3% drop rate. In third place is Ice Realm with a 1% drop rate. And in fourth place is Enlightenment with a 0.4% drop rate. Out of 1,770 items, TK the Kid only got Enlightenment 7 times. From this data, it supports our theories of Enlightenment having an extremely low drop rate. Out of all the items in the game, Enlightenment has the lowest drop rate of them all. Reddit user Shikatu2C made a joke that ancient legendary gear is easier to get than the Enlightenment book, and TK the Kid points out if you do the math, you'll get ancient legendary weapons, armor, rings, and pets before you get an epic Enlightenment book. A 0.4% drop rate is extremely low, and to me it does not make sense. I feel that common items of the same category or even just across the board altogether should just all have the same drop rate or at least similar drop rates, and one should not be more premium than the other. This is just my personal opinion, but for me it pushes the idea of having to spend money to gain these premium common items. To me, it's especially bad because the other 3 spellbooks have much more similar drop rates, and Enlightenment is just completely off the charts. In general though, the spellbook drop rates are very low. Next, we have rings. In first place with the highest drop rate is Wolf Ring with a 4.6% drop rate. In second place is the Serpent Ring with a 4.5% drop rate. In third place is Falcon Ring with a 4.2% drop rate. In fourth place is Bear Ring with a 3.8% drop rate. In fifth place is Bull Ring with a 3.5% drop rate, and Lion Ring with the lowest drop rate at 3.3%. Bull Ring and Lion Ring are 2 new rings that have been added into the game. I have determined that Lion Ring is the strongest ring out of all, with Bull Ring coming in second. While the drop rates are the lowest out of all the rings, I still find this doable. Serpent Ring and Wolf Ring are the most viable rings before Bull and Lion Ring, so it's great to see that they have the highest drop rates. Next we have Spirits/Pets. Scythe Mage and Laserbat in first place with a 4.5% drop rate, Living Bomb in second place with 4.2% drop rate, and the lowest drop rate is the Elf with a 4% drop rate. This one was surprising to me. The rate for pets is much more even across the data. However, I personally feel that the Living Bomb has a higher drop rate in the chest specifically. I just wanted to point out that I always get Living Bombs in my golden chest and a concerning amount in my obsidian chest. Next we have Lockets. Iron Locket and Agile Locket in first place with a 2.1% drop rate, Angel Locket in second place with 2% drop rate, and Bulletproof did not drop in Chapter 3 Hero Mode. I am not sure if this may be because the data was forgotten or because it actually just does not drop in this chapter. I heard a while ago that certain items did not drop, however I do not know how true that is. But apart from Bulletproof Locket, the other 3 lockets have very even drop rates. Lastly, we have Bracelets. In first place is Thunder Bracelet with a 2.4% drop rate. In second place is Frozen Bracelet with a 1.9% drop rate. In third place is Blazing Bracelet with a 1.7% drop rate. And just like Bulletproof Locket, Split Bracelet did not drop as well, so there is no data for this bracelet. Here is the overall data conclusion of TK the Kids data from 1,770 item drops. The item type you'll most likely get is the weapons with a 24.1% drop rate, rings with a 23.9% drop rate, then armor with an 18.5% drop rate, pets with a 17.1% drop rate, lockets with a 6.2% drop rate, bracelets with a 6% drop rate, and spellbooks with a 4.1% drop rate. Some of you may be wondering if this is just the drop rates for Hero Mode Chapter 3. I cannot tell you for sure unless we had the data to compare, but it would take a very long time to do something like this. I can't imagine that ARCHERO changes the percentages of item types in different chapters, considering the fact that I farmed Chapter 13 and Chapter 6 most of the time, and I still rarely get an Enlightenment book. The Enlightenment drop rate is very, very rare across all the chapters I farmed so far. I think the only difference between chapters is how often an item drops, but not a specific item drop. That is just my conclusion at the moment. I have no way of knowing. The only way we could find out is if ARCHERO actually released the percentage drops for us, or if we all test different chapters to see if the item drop rates are consistent with Chapter 3 Hero Mode. With the majority of the runs from Chapter 3 Hero Mode, it's great to see that weapons have the highest drop rate, since this item out of all items contributes the most to your general damage. It seems the newer item types like lockets, bracelets, and spellbooks purposely have lower drop rates, which is really rough in my opinion, because personally I feel that the newer items should be easier to farm since the other items have been in the game so long already. We do have to keep in mind that weapons and rings do have a higher drop rate because these two categories have 6 items within them. TK the Kid did use the 3 farming item method. I have spoken about this in a video and I will link it here as well. If you want to use that method where you will always reach a maximum of 3 items per run, please read my pinned comment as I have updated the strategy on the best way to use that method. And here is a screenshot of TK the Kid's data of all the items and their percentage drop rates from highest to lowest. From here, we can see that the top 5 common items you will get is the Void Robe, the Bow, the Scythe, and the Golden Chestplate. And the lowest 5 items is the Spear, the Arcane, the Combat, Ice, and Enlightenment. It still makes me sad that the Spear is very, very low. I don't know why that item is way much lower than the other weapons, but that's what it is, I guess. So my conclusion from this is ARCHERO, please adjust your drop rates, at least make them more equal. If they're all common items, I don't think a certain common item should have the drop rate of like a rare or legendary item. Before I leave, I would like to thank every single person who commented or thought about my situation in my Chapter 9 Hero Mode attempt. Unless there are new comments there now, I've read every single comment and you guys have really helped me in the past couple days. Seriously, thank you, and I'm so lucky to have you. To spend time on such a thoughtful response meant the world to me, and it made me feel a lot less lonely. That is all for today's video. I thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and click the bell for more ARCHERO videos. Comment down below on what you think about these drop rates. Like the video if you found this helpful. I hope to see you again for the next one. Bye!